Hi guys, happy Sunday night. I'm gonna go live here in our group as well, making sure that both places can see and hear me. Hi guys, happy Sunday night. I'm just checking. I'm good on Facebook. I'm live. Good on Zoom. I'm unmuted. Not that I'm doing the call and I'm muted, although Kelly would wave at me or something, I think. But I have done about 15 minutes already now on something. And then finally someone came on and was like, we can't hear you. And I don't know what was wrong with my sound, but I was like, that's a big bummer when you've talked for 15 minutes. And I talk fast enough that you're probably not going to read my lips just naturally. So I'm Kayla Troutman, you guys. I'm so excited to be here. It's a great pleasure to be here tonight. I'm pretty fired up. I'm coming off of a meeting I just had with some of my leaders this evening. We have a whole summer planned of fun, and we were just having kind of a strategy session and just talking about some things tonight. So if you're joining, would you say hi? I'd love for you to comment in the comments. If you are on Zoom and or Facebook, would you let me know who invited you by tagging them, especially if you're on Facebook, give them a tag. If you're on Zoom, shoot them a message and let them know that you're on with me tonight and you're watching. And if you're catching the replay, would you drop a big sun below, like a sun emoji, or even type the word sun? It was very sunny and beautiful here in Wisconsin. I know Kelly is on Zoom and she was in Wisconsin this weekend. It was beautiful. Like I don't think I could have prayed or asked for a better pre-summer weekend. It was wonderful. I got too much sun. Yes, I wear sunscreen. I'm very cautious with that, but I don't know what happened to the soccer tournament this weekend. I don't know if it rubbed off from taking clothes on and off or what, but I am very, very sun kissed at this point. And though I so enjoyed this weekend. So let me know what you did this weekend. Again, drop a sun emoji if you're watching the replay. And if you're on live, say hello in the chat so I know and tag the person that invited you. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Hey, everybody. I'm so glad you're on. And I see a whole bunch of you watching on Facebook. So I'm so glad you're here. So I'm Kayla Troutman. I'm a global director with Epicure. And you're either watching this Zoom replay tonight or this Facebook Live because somebody invited you to check out Epicure, or you have come across this opportunity and you're curious. You want to know more. And I'm so glad you're here. So, no, Michelle, that's great if you're on live and you dropped a sun. I love that so much. Sun in Colorado, too. Amazing. Kelly said, such a beautiful weekend. It really was like just incredible. So, I want to know you guys, by the way, too. This would be really fun to find out from all of you. Are you somebody that spends a lot of time in the water in the summer? Or what do you like to do in the summer? We live on a lake. So, pretty much as soon as the weather is any amount of decent, we love to go on the lake. And so Mary Pargett, one of our amazing senior directors, asked me today, were you in the lake this weekend? Was it warm enough? And I live on a pretty tiny lake, and by no means was it hot. Like I wasn't going to tread water and sit in it, but I did take our paddle boards out. We got new paddle boards over the winter, and I went out, and Kelly's going to laugh. I didn't stand up because I didn't want to fall in the cold water, but I did like get on him and kneel and paddled all around the lake. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun this summer. So we are water people. So type water below if you're a water person and you enjoy swimming. Do you have a pool? Do you have a hot tub? Do you enjoy lakes, rivers? Do you kayak? Do you boat? I would love to know. And if you are like, no water, what do you do in the summer? I'm also looking for fun things to do with my son when we're not just hanging out at the lake every day or it's a rainy day. So let me know. I'd love to know that. I have a husband, Nate. We've been married 15 years now. And I am a mom. I have Macaulay. He is my 8-year-old. And just a fun fact that I love to share about him. It helps you remember me and my family. I have one kiddo. His name is Macaulay after Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. He was a December baby. And he came home from the hospital in a onesie that said, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And we came home from the hospital middle of December. And it's just still one of my favorite little like baby memories is seeing him in that little onesie. I also have two children that are not humans, fur babies. They are purebred Dalmatians. And like, yes, 101 Dalmatians, but two is going to be all we ever get at a time. And their names are Todd and Tenley. So we're a family of 5, but really a family of 3. And I live in a small little lake town, Neshquirrel, Wisconsin. And I'm Wisconsin born and raised, love it here. And I'm excited to be here to tell you a little bit more about how this small town girl, I came from a small town, I went to a small high school, small college, and now run a pretty big business in network marketing or direct sales. And I'm excited tonight to tell you a little bit more about me, share my story, and share some facts with you that might help you. So I've been in business now 10 years. And sometimes when I say that out loud, I'm like, how? How has it been 10 years? So if you're an ambassador watching this, will you type how many months or years you've been in the business as well? Because I think sometimes we surprise ourselves, like how long it's been. I joined the industry 10 years ago when I got invited to a food party. And honestly, I knew I was going to use these products, more than just one time to help create a lifestyle, of health and wellness. My husband and I were doing CrossFit together. I wanted to lose some weight. And I knew that I was really excited about what's not in the products. At Epicure, we have a never ever list. And it's really what our company is like fundamentally all about. So if you're somebody this summer, I want you to like perk up your ears here. If you're somebody who's looking to lose some weight, you're not feeling great in your own skin, maybe your confidence has dwindled a bit in motherhood or as an empty nester in college, maybe you are somebody who's got newly found food sensitivities or allergens. Maybe you have allergens in your home. Maybe you have picky eaters, kiddos are trying to get to eat more vegetables. Maybe your budget is out of control right now when it comes to going out to eat and you're spending more money than you want to on meals, fast food. Maybe you used to love to cook, but you've lost that passion, or you don't know what to make. Epicure is kind of this all-encompassing place where I tell people we solve the busy mom, the busy person's mealtime dilemmas. We kind of bundle it up and put a pretty bow on it so that dinner time isn't hard. You have an answer for what's for dinner at 4 o'clock. It's allergen and picky eater friendly, and it's going to help you in your nutritional goals. And that starts with our never ever list, the list of ingredients that we never put in our products. We're 100% gluten free, 100% peanut free. We're low sugar or no sugar, low sodium or no sodium, no dyes, no additives, no preservatives, no junk, none of that. So 10 years ago, I went to a food party and I was obsessed with the idea of going through my pantry. I called it a pantry swap. We recommend you start with 6 main items: salad dressings, your taco seasoning, your Mexican line, etc. I did that. I swapped out my pantry and I joined for the discount because I knew I was going to get every product. I wanted every piece of cookware. I wanted it all. And we get between a 20 to 33% discount and commission on products. And so I joined. And I never in a million years would have thought that I'd still be here 10 years later. Or maybe I thought I would be a customer, but I certainly didn't think I'd be leading this Zoom tonight, this Facebook Live, sharing about what this industry's done for me. Because I knew people that had success in direct sales. I even had a little bit of success early on, in college. I was with a home decor company and I sold some baskets and blankets and it was fun. If you ask my best friend Brittany, she loved it because I gave her all kinds of free stuff that I got before I had a house to decorate. So I knew I could have success, but I just never big success. And I never imagined this for me. I went to college and got my bachelor's degree and thought that was going to be my life, a 9 to 5 in either human resources or management. And I was actually managing a customer service department at the time in 3 locations at the time of this decision to join. So no, I wasn't necessarily searching for a career, and no, I wasn't looking to make a career change. And yes, I made really great money. But the second I came into this community and again became really obsessed with the products and was telling everybody about all the swaps I was making, and people at work could smell my meals in the break room, and I just literally became a product of the product. My testimony is what started, to pique people's interest. I realized that I had the power to impact people. And so 10 years later, I can tell you I'm sitting in this chair tonight, less about the income, although I've made an incredible income here at Epicure, and much more about the impact that I've made on people and been able to help in people's kitchens and in people's finances. And you get to choose, how this helps you. And so I've worked my way up to the top rank of our company. I am the only global director in the US. So this is a call out to any of you that would love to make a career change, would love to make this more of a career. I'm looking for global directors. I'm looking for senior directors and upper directors to help me lead the USA in this company. And also in Canada, there is space for you as well. And I always want to acknowledge that because I never want it to seem like the Canadian market is saturated. Absolutely not. There is so much room in North America in our company. And though I would love to invite you to think about this as a career, if you're somebody watching and you're like, gosh, I would love to make the kind of money I make at my job, but to do it on my terms, my hours, this is for you. This is also for the person who loves our products and would love to score a great discount and share it with their mom and their sister and their best friends, do a monthly freezer meal workshop or an open house, help people, your coworkers, your friends, the other parents at school. Like there is something here for everyone. And there's a spot for you here if you desire it. So I want to share 3 specific wins or surprises that have come from my business so far. And again, when I say so far, my story is 10 years, but you're going to hear from people in this group every week. People share their stories. So go back and look at some of the other recordings. But these 3 things make me so freaking glad that I said yes to this opportunity. Are you ready? Type a 1 below if you want me to tell you my 3 things that specific wins or specific reasons that I'm so glad I said yes, because I want to share them with you. I really do too want to mention one more thing before I jump into that. And I'm going to wait to see if somebody comments a 1. Hi, friends. Oh, thank you. I see people commenting. Thank you. One important thing to note that I said tonight that I don't want to glaze over. Oh, by the way, it's like my 4th of July earrings. That's very squirrely, but I dug these out the other day. Kelly, you'll appreciate this. And if I don't get them out like now, I forget that I have them by the 4th and then I never wear them. And then it's like Christmas. And I'm like, oh, I should have wore those 4th of July earrings. So I got them out. I might even keep them out here at my desk. So I remember to put them on for lives. Earlier I had said that I'd gone to a party and I had joined the business. And I want to re-say that again. I joined at a party. Think of this tonight like you're in my home, you're around my kitchen island, having a glass of wine or a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. This is your party, okay? This is your opportunity to learn more about the products, to hear how they benefit you in your life and your health, and then to hear what this business can do for you. So my 3 wins are things that have come from my decision to say yes. Number 3, I'm going to go in backwards order. Number 3, incredible friendships. Friendships and relationships and community that I never had in my corporate job. And I don't even know how to tell you or recreate in any way other than to say, when I struggled when McCully was a baby breastfeeding, I asked my team and they rallied around me and helped me. When something hard is going on, our team jumps in. When we lost our yellow lab, which felt like such a loss in our lives, my team jumped in that night and ran our meetings. And they're people who really want to collaborate over competition. Collaboration over competition in our team is number 1. And I find that in our entire company, not just our team. Another thing that I think as a part of number 3, but a second bullet point to that is when I think of like who we go on vacation with, it's my Epicure people who I want to travel the world with, my Epicure people who comes over to the lake to visit. Epicure people. My customers and my team are literally some of my best friends in the world. Relationships. Number 3, I did not think or know that I would have so many amazing friendships and lifelong relationships from this business. Number 2, I have been able to be present for my son and my husband for all major things the last 10 years. McCully rolling over the first time and walking and going to speech therapy and learning his first words. He was nonverbal for those first few years of his life. And I was able to take him to those meetings. I have been able to rearrange my schedule, make my schedule, flex my life, and have literal time freedom for 10 years now. Well, 9. I had a full-time job my first year of doing this business. I don't think we can explain to people enough, my husband and I and our son, what that has meant to us. That if my husband is on some kind of weird, wonky schedule for work, we can do a lunch date or a coffee date and spend quality time together. And then he works a little bit later in the evenings. When my son is a half day or days off of school or was sick this spring with pneumonia, I was able to be there for him. And I still have a thriving business. I'm still, I think, ranked number 9 or 10 right now in the company for this next incentive trip. And, consistently top 10 in sales and tops in sponsoring. And none of that I say to brag to you. But if nobody tells you what's possible and tells you, you can be in this spot, you can be on the stage selling that, because I can show you how. You can be receiving those awards or being present for your family and running a business from home. You won't know it. So it's just my job tonight to share some of these things with you so that you know it's possible for you too. Again, not to brag, not to make it sound like Kayla's awesome. I want you to take Kayla out of it and put yourself in those shoes. What do you most want? And for me, if you were to ask me what keeps me going in this industry, it's the time freedom. It's the freedom to choose my schedule, to flex in the summer, to get up early. Kelly, tomorrow morning, you're going to see me at 5 a.m. because my summer schedule officially starts tomorrow. I work really early mornings so I can be in the lake and on the paddle boards and dousing myself in sunscreen all day long with my son and doing all the fun things. So community was number 3. Number 2 is time freedom. And number 1, the income. I have to talk about it. Whether you're here for $50 a month, couple hundred, 500, 4,000, 10,000, It's literally your choice. It's your business, and you get to provide this to yourself and your family. So when I started, a few hundred was my goal to pay for our CrossFit membership and our groceries. And we did that, and it was incredible. And having that money coming in helped me and my husband focus less on our financial stress and more on our marriage and our early years of marriage. And it literally, I always equate my business to saving our marriage in some part, because we were arguing. We were just really young when we got married. I was 21 years old. We grew up a lot in those first couple years, and we changed a lot, and we had some debt, and it really weighed on my husband. And it didn't really weigh on me. I'm not going to lie. I'm just not somebody who worries about the finances like he does. And we argue over money, lots. And this industry gave us extra to pay for something, CrossFit, that we could do together, and to also alleviate the groceries and the cell phone bill. How many of you would love to just have me say, Kelly, I'm going to pay one bill for you. Kathy, I'm going to pay one bill for you. Sarah, I'm going to grab a bill from you. What would help? That's what Epicure can do for you right now, starting on Friday. You can get a paycheck on Friday. My number one thing that I am so glad I said yes to this business for is that I have been able to do that from the start. I've been able to earn money from the start that in the beginning went towards things like that, paying off student loans. We had bought a motorcycle when we were way too young and should not have, and needed to pay it off. Anybody else ever make poor financial decisions? Just us. And then over time, it built. Kelly laughs. So I know I'm not the only one that's ever made a decision that maybe wasn't the wisest financial thing. And that was really hard on our marriage in those early years. So having this was a game changer for us. And then as I went on, I became a stay-at-home mom, and my goal was to replace my income. And I knew that would take, time. And so I set an exact date that I wanted to have replaced my full-time salary. And I did it, and have much exceeded that now here at Epicure. But on top of that, there were lots of things like finishing our patio out back, buying a new couch, putting in a new countertop, things around the home, a new truck for my husband. And gosh, I think of all the things. We built this lake home in 2020, and now just built this office that I'm in 2024. Each thing that I've been able to do, so much reflection on what the business has given me and this opportunity. So again, the three things, I'll say them in opposite order. Number one being the financial impact, the financial income that I can make, that I get to choose to. I see Sarah saying she works at Epicure full-time and not one regret. And again, it doesn't have to be full-time. I worked full-time in a corporate setting in my first year of business and still made great money, and was able to manage my full-time job well. I was salaried and had a pretty important role. So a lot of pressure on me there. I did CrossFit every morning. And then I also was doing my business in the evenings or weekends. And, just a couple nights a month, and making a couple $100 a month. That was a game changer for us. And again, over the years have now built that. Number two was the time freedom, being present for all the most important things, never missing a moment, and knowing the legacy I've built with my son and my husband, that they've seen their mom at home, and they get to see me have success and do this. And then number three, the friendships, the community. I saw Kelly comment, this community is like none other. If you're looking for a place where we're going to cheer the loudest for you, this is it. Where we're going to share our ideas and give you the resources. No one's going to say, oh, I'm sorry, I created that. Let me put my name on it so you can't reuse it. Absolutely doesn't happen in our team. Collaboration over competition. Everyone wants you to win. And that's the third thing this business gave me. So I joined off a party, like I said, but a fun fact for you. I actually joined a different company first. I joined my initial food company in 2014, so 10 years ago, and that company closed its doors in the middle of my business. When I was having success, I had just earned another incentive trip, and I had heard of Epicure actually through an email. And when I read the email the first time, I didn't know my company was going to close. I remember thinking, oh, these guys think they're so cool with their never ever list. They're going to be my competition, but I'm not going to let it get in my head. I'm just going to delete that email and move on. And I also thought, oh, it looks like they sell some cookware. Okay. Well, I lost my job like 30 days later, and I went and found that email and called that Canadian company, Epicure. And I was one of the first 10 ambassadors to join here in the USA. And I hit the top rank of this company in 1 year. And I share all of that with you because it's important to note my story is really not different from anyone else's. In a sense, I joined from an initial party. I've had extreme highs and extreme lows in the last 10 years. And I'd still choose this business. Put me back at that party where someone's going to say to me, hey, you have such a fun personality. Have you ever thought about doing something like this? And I was like, no, I'm doing CrossFit. My husband and I are working on our marriage. I have zero time, and I have a very demanding job. And then, I don't know what happened, but I was like, oh, okay, what the heck? I'll enjoy the discount. I'll share it with my mom and my sister, and it'll be great. I'm really just a normal person that said yes and then fell in love with what this is, building this community, building TGO, the Troutman Global Organization, building up leaders, helping my ambassadors have success, being creative and creating resources. So I just want to ask you, does anything tonight that I'm talking about feel relevant or can you relate to? I want you to think about that. If you're brave and you're willing to share it below, I'd love for you to do that because here's all it takes. It's $49 to join you guys. That's it. How many of you spend $49 in a week on Amazon or walking into a Target or a Walmart or a Costco? Gosh, don't even talk about Costco. Can you walk out spending only $49? If you can, please tell me below because you are my hero and I need to take notes from you. Our Costco list for the next run is like not even joking this long. But I want you to think about this. It's $49 and you get with that access to the compensation plan right away. And of course, a personal payback on your own purchases. You get no website fee. There's no like monthly something being charged to your car. You don't have to buy product every month. You can, of course, subscribe to our Epic Box and things like that, but it's up to you. So no inventory, no shipping from home. If you don't want to, you can use the website and do all of your orders through that. You come into our team immediately and we welcome you there. We have 20 steps to getting started. So a system to help you. You'll get a welcome call with your leader and or I, our best steps to getting you started. You'll also have access immediately to our how to earn call where we walk you through the finances and really onboard you strong. And then we also make sure that you know where to find the graphics and specials, how to find the words and things for a post. How do you run a Facebook party? How do you do an in-person party? Whatever you want to do with this, we walk you through and customize a plan for you, but have all of those tools and resources created and sorted well so people can find them. All that to say, you also get the opportunity to be a part of this incredible community from the start. You get cheered for and welcomed by all of us. And then you can ask questions and really get the help you need, which I think is actually probably the most enticing piece of what you get. I would say most people look at themselves in the mirror after they join and say, why didn't I join sooner? I was Kelly's customer for 6 months, or I hosted 3 parties with Sam, or gosh, I've been watching Larry for 2 years. 2 years I've been watching, or, I've been thinking about Akela for so long, but a couple of fears held me back. So I want to cover that. The biggest thing, people are so worried about what someone else is going to think of you, or that you're going to join and you're not going to have the sales or no one's going to support you. And I just want to say this, your life is up to you. And if you want to make a change, you get to make a change. And I don't think that I'm a spammy, yucky salesperson. I think I sell a relevant, needed solution for so many. And I think so many people respect the career I've built and the business I've built, my customers, my hosts, and my team. You can have that too. One more fear that we get a lot of people that say is time. And I will just be honest. Yeah, May's a busy month. Let's own that, right? It's Maycember. It's December without presents. It is literally crazy. But I think most of us do our best work when there's a little bit of pressure on. And this is such a great time to join. It's a time when we're going to start to launch more products in June. So time to come in right now and get onboarded and get started and be ready for our summer launch. It's a great time because we're right in the middle of a catalog. So there's no switching of books. There's no crazy chaos. Great time as well because people are always cooking out, taking things to cookouts, graduation parties, weddings, grilling out, just enjoying food more than ever when it comes to summer and the summer lifestyle, camping, taking our steamers with them on road trips this summer. I mean, we just ran a whole class on how to use Epicure in the summer. I want you to know there's no great time. You're going to tell me it's busy in July with 4th of July. You're going to tell me it's busy in September with back to school. You're going to tell me you're swamped in December with Christmas. I think May is a spectacular time. This is your sign. This is your sign. Look at these cute little 4th of July earrings right here. This is your sign. I'm just kidding, but I'm so proud that I found these and pulled them out for the summer. I think we just need to acknowledge that. How many of you buy something that's like a custom one season a year? Like who's got Christmas tree earrings or little hearts for Valentine's Day? And then we forget about them, right? I found these and I'm so glad, and I'm going to wear them like probably too many times in the next 2 months, and you're all just going to love it and eat it up. I really want you to know that right now is your time. As you're watching this, I'm speaking to you. Give it a shot. What do you have to lose? And here's the thing. If you don't love it, you roll back up as a customer. But I bet you're going to be like many, many, many of our teammates who say, I wish I would have joined sooner. This is the best community of people. I'm having so much fun. I'm using Epicure anyway. I got my first Friday payday. Or Kelly, I got my first 1,000 in and got my first reward. I got my first swag, or I got my first perk. We can't wait to help you do that too. So call to action. Let the person know that invited you that you watched this so that they know that you saw this. Okay. And if you found it by freak chance, let us know. We'll make sure you get assigned to the right person that would have somehow invited you or gotten you connected to Epicure. Okay. I want you to give them a number 1 to 10. 1 being over my dead body. I would never join Epicure. 0% interested. Thanks. I don't like your earrings. Goodbye. 10 being I'm all in. I am signing up with Mary Parkett or Kelly or whoever tonight, or wherever you are in between. Maybe you're a 3, maybe you're a 5, maybe you're a 7. What questions do you have? Or what hesitations do you have? Because this is a risk-free opportunity. Like I see Kelly saying, it is 0 risk and all an opportunity to win, to get something extra for yourself, to save on products you already love, to bless somebody else's health, to lose weight this summer, if that's a focus you have personally, or to just enjoy the summer and not be stressing every night at 4 o'clock, what's for dinner. For my family right now, it's to have more summer meals like we did tonight for dinner around the table out back with the sun going down and our lights coming on in the backyard. We've got some of those string lights out back, and just hearing the, the night animals coming out and the birds going to sleep for the day. And I paint that picture for you because it's like one of my favorite things I've created for my family. This beautiful backyard at the lake is because of Epicure. This is the house that Taco Seasoning built for my family. And whatever dream is on your heart, whether it be something summer recreation, a boat or a new camper or something like that, maybe it's to just, alleviate that financial pressure, like I talked about earlier, in your finances with you and your spouse or whatever. Maybe it's just you go every day, you get up and you've got especially Sundays, you've got like the Sunday scaries where you're already dreading, you're getting a stomach ache tonight, you're not looking forward to the week, you're not living out what God had designed for you, you're living on someone else's terms. I want to remind you that when you reach out to the person that invited you, that scale is just to help us figure out what questions or fears you have and to make sure you have all the facts so you too can grab hold of this opportunity and jump in. So thank you for giving me 27 precious minutes of your life. I hope you laughed once or twice. I hope you feel inspired. I hope you want to come back and jump in and join in, or check out a few of the other lives if you need, another 1 or 2 stories to hear first. Please ask questions. If you want to ask them here in the group, please tag me in the comments below. I would love to answer them for you. If you'd rather ask in private, you can also reach out to me. I'll answer, and then I'll send you back to the person that invited you, or reach out to that person that gave you the invite. Ambassadors, thanks for using our weekly Sunday lives. I love being here. I love supporting our community with these. This is just another reason to join our team. Hi, Elizabeth. We support you with these weekly lives that help go over the business facts and then also share a different person's story every week. So this week, you got to hear from somebody doing the business 10 years. Next week, we have a very special guest coming on. I'm super excited that you're all going to get to hear from the Rachel Crofts, top in sales in the entire company, one of the first to earn our annual incentive trip last year, if not the first, and somebody who many in our team look up to, are inspired by constantly. She'll be back sharing her story of how, she went from joining the business really part-time with her husband and 3 boys, having a daycare in her home as she became a newly stay-at-home mom just to provide extra income, and how she built this business to be, more than a full-time business from home alongside her awesome husband, Jim, and their 3 boys, and how her life has changed since coming here. So God's blessings, you guys. Have a great week. Let's make it an amazing week. If this is your last week at school, this is the last week we're packing lunches, Mom, and we are sending our kids off. And I am so excited. If you have a couple weeks left, I am cheering you on to the finish line. And let's all decide that this week we're going to live it big. And remember that we all have a chance to make impact in the world. Is Epicure something that you're going to use to help make that impact? Night, everybody. Night, Kelly. Thanks for being on.